My name is Eric Smith, and this is an excerpt from my pet project, Stories from Q-Ville. Dr. Benjamin Wrightwell lived and worked in the Q-Ville government's underground facility of science. These days, much of his work had been published for the citizens of the kingdom. There were still a few things that either weren't completely understood or need to be hidden for everyone's protection. The mind control slugs, for example, were better left locked up and studied rather than being a danger to the public. A few violent extraterrestrial species are kept, and about 100 people live their lives here. Occasionally, they may head to the ground level or visit the floating islands. The magical government is underground as well, in downtown Q-Ville. They are allowed to be above ground as much as they want. There is simply no need to venture, really, other than on occasion. If one wanted a social life, however, they may want to go above ground a little more often. Dr. Wrightwell lives in a 2-bedroom apartment in the living sector of the facility that was labeled Living Quarters 6. The second bedroom is for his nephew. Benjamin's sister and brother-in-law died via opioid overdose 2 days apart 4 years ago. Benjamin took custody of Simon Ferguson Jr. when the boy was 9 years old. Every day at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, Benjamin and Simon leave their apartment and walk down the hall past 3 other apartments, all 2-bedroom flats. They go right down a set of stairs 3 floors to an open area. This large room had rows of tables on one half of the room, and sofas and chairs all around the other half. There were bookshelves and television screens, which all had cabinets next to them, which generally held gaming consoles, among other things, all around the walls. In the center of the room, a large aquarium divided the 2 halves, with a tunnel to walk through in the center. Inside the tank were several species of aquatic extraterrestrial fish. A sign on each end of the tank and the walkways on either side of the room said, "These specimens provided by the people of Trappist 1D." They usually walked around the aquarium to the exit on the other side of the room. Another hallway. The rooms here were for everybody: spas, laundry, maintenance, etc. They then passed through another hallway, which was in the Zeta Reticuli sector of offices. The hallways open into a foyer, with several other hallways meeting here too. A set of elevators stood next to a tube that disappeared into the ceiling. Benjamin pressed a few buttons on the display and they stepped into the tube. The tube sucked them forward, and they came out into a garage. There were several black Ford Expeditions parked in this space. A large hallway to the left of the tube led to the ramp. Benjamin climbs into the driver's seat with Simon sitting in the passenger seat. Benjamin drives them up the ramp and through an area heavy with foliage. On the end of a short dirt road, they turn onto Matthew Shepard Boulevard near the North Woods. If they stop for lunch, this is where they turn off, either right to downtown Q-Ville for lunch or left across the Dischar Bridge, which has Q-Ville Schoolhouse on the other side of the river. While Simon attends school, Benjamin does whatever he needs to above ground and picks up Simon at 5 o'clock. At 5, they eat dinner at Glimmer Hotel's buffet. They find some above-ground entertainment before returning underground.